Hey, what's going on, guys? Monster here. Today we are back with a brand new video. Hope you guys are all having a wonderful day. But anyway, in today's video, I'm going to be showing you guys the top 5 Direbear locations on the center in Ark Survival Evolved. So keep in mind, guys, I'm a little bit sick when I am making this video and stuff like that. So if I do sound sick, then you guys honestly know why. But anyway, coming in at number 5, we have this Direbear location right here. I'm sorry that I'm freezing and stuff like that. But anyway, we have this Direbear location right here. We are around latitude 31, 30, and then longitude 58, 59. This is kind of right across from Lava Island almost. If you kind of come straight directly from over this direction, this is Lava Island straight over there. Follow right over to here, and then you can come to this Direbear location. Now, the reason that this is number 5 is because of how small this is and how just not roomy it is at all. So if we go inside of this Direbear cave, let me slow down a little bit and give myself a game of 5. I know that you guys are gonna get a little bit annoyed because I am doing a little bit of clicking clacking on my keyboard, but hey, try my best. But yep, so basically this Direbear cave is very, very small. Like, you cannot make that big of a base on here, especially if you don't have the S Plus mod installed on your server. You are kind of just screwed. Another problem that is entitled when you build inside of this cave is right over in this area over here. You can actually head glitch through. It's somewhere like right around here, and you can actually see inside of the Direbear cave, and people will be able to see sort of how your base is all set up on the inside, which is something that you really don't want. And the thing is that you cannot fit many dinosaurs, if really any, inside of that Direbear cave. And also on the outside, it's not really that flat. It kind of comes out with like a little entrance and a walkway. So I would consider this Direbear cave to be one of the worst ones in the game, but it's not too bad. I've seen people build it here before, but it's really hard to make a good base while you're living inside of there. Alrighty, guys, so coming in at number 4, we are right around the Underworld entrance. It's sort of just right in front of us right there. We're kind of at latitude 40, longitude about 62-ish, and this is sort of still another very small Direbear cave. That's why it is considered pretty bad on my list. See, the thing is though, is that this, I've seen a lot better of bases built actually inside of this Direbear cave. So as you guys can kind of see here, you have a pretty high up entrance, but the thing is that this is kind of all around the resources, and like I said, I have seen some pretty decent bases built on this Direbear cave. Also, this Direbear cave entrance is a little bit bigger, and the inside is actually a lot bigger as well, so you can actually have a decent sized base in here, especially if you do have S Plus. I mean, honestly, this is not that small. You can have a decent sized base, and you can fit a couple of animals in here. I think that you are actually able to fit Rexes inside of here. I'm not 100% sure about that, but this Direbear cave is not that bad. This is never one that I would build in by choice, because there are a lot of better ones as I'm going to be showing you guys soon, but this one still isn't that bad if this is like the last remaining one that you could only have. Like I said, it is right by the Otherworld entrance, which is right up here. If you guys keep going, you will finally, oh my god, look at the Alpha Raptor right there. But yeah, so right here is the Otherworld entrance. All you guys really have to do, is that a Quetzal? That is a Quetzal. What's going on, Mr. Quetzal? All you got to do is follow it straight back down to here and go straight to here, and this is the Direbear cave entrance. Like I said, this is number 4 on the list because it's not that great, but still, it's not the worst. It's a lot better than the other one I showed you guys. Anyway, let's get on to number 3. Alrighty, guys, so we are slowly approaching number 3 right now. As you guys see, if you guys know where I'm at, there are those big ruins right in the water right here. We're sort of in the middle of the map. I'd kind of like to consider this. We're around 40, around 45-ish. Wait, hold on, let me make sure I'm at the entrance. Yeah, we're right at the entrance right here. We're around 45-ish, 55, 45, 55. It's really easy coordinates to remember. If you guys can kind of see on the map, we're kind of like right where it kind of goes down on the one part of the land part. If you guys kind of know what I'm saying, in the middle of the map. Anyway, this is a really good Direbear cave in my opinion. I really like this one, and I'll take you guys right inside the entrance right here. So basically, coming into here, you have a very far, like, long pathing way. This is good because you can set up some turret towers and stuff like that here. You also have something up here, like a little crack right here that you can set more turrets up inside, just a couple. I mean, it's going to be really hard, but if you do have some S Plus turrets, you can definitely put them up inside of this area. And then you go down here, and then there's this little bridge. Now, what I like to do is actually make sort of like a roof. So you'll put a couple of foundations down here, and then you'll put a couple roofs going along here, blocking off these little holes, and then you can have your like little fabricators, smithies, and stuff like that. And then if you keep going back here, you have a little bit more room, but you also have a little bit of metal in, and this is where I like to make the actual normal base at. You can put up a couple walls blocking everything behind here, and then this is where I normally set up my entire base at. And then also on one server I did have a little breeding pen in this area right here. It wasn't too big. The only problem is that this Direbear cave cannot hold that many dinos at once. It is pretty cool looking and stuff like that, but it really is very cramped and very small. A lot bigger than the other two ones that I did show you, but it is very good for sort of just holding in all of your items and stuff like that. You can fit a Rex into here, but that's pretty much about it. You're not going to be able to have too many Rexes in here without like definitely like kind of breaching the limit. You can't get Rexes back out of here just because of how small this actual entrance is. I do know that we did hatch Rex in here and it was pretty funny. And yeah, I mean, you can fit a good amount of animals in there, but they really can't be too big. But yeah, so right around here is where you have all of your resources. You have tons and tons of metal, and you also have tons of flat land that you can build turret towers on. And Behemoth Gate, this entire edge is off around here, blocking in your dinos so that they can't get sniped. I've used this location on a couple of other servers, and this location is very good. Not as good as the other two ones that I would recommend, but when I did build here, I really did enjoy it, and it was very beneficial. Like, it really was very good. You also want to probably build a turret tower up here so that people can't sit up top of here, slip your dinos, up top of here, and the last pillar is basically right up top of there. That's basically the last part where people can actually slip your dinos at. Also, you don't want to really miss around this area because people can still kind of snipe if you don't have any turrets facing this way. But other than that, like all the other pillars that you kind of have to block off from snipers and stuff like that, this is really a pretty good location. Alrighty guys, so slowly approaching number 2. We are around, oh my god, my hands go crazy, I can't even see. Let me get right here. We are around latitude 35 or 36, longitude 50. So 36, 50 is really a pretty set location, I'm not gonna lie, it's right on the dot. But yeah, so basically this Direbear Cave is located right around these ruins down here. This is the actual underwater entrance for the Underworld. If you guys kind of know where that's at, it's also right across from the swamp, which is directly in front of us, kind of close to Lava Island, and that is the swamp and the center right there. So basically this has a very high place. You are so close, right next to the metal, all outside of here. You have more and more metal just going completely down this little spiral thing. And then if you guys keep going down, this is where I would normally store my dinos and my land dinos that would stay outside, such as Quetzals, even Rexes and stuff like that. Then once you guys actually go down here, you can fit tons of little dinosaur gates, preventing people from actually being able to come in here. You can also fit Rexes through this hole. I know this hole seems really small, but you actually can fit Rexes through here. Now this part is very flat right here. This is very good for building a base spot if you want to build inside there, or if you have S+, I would recommend building an actual base inside of here. I know it's very small and compact, but if you could fit all of your base needs inside here, I would highly recommend it, because then you could just have walls sitting up here, and it's really hard for people to suicide bomb because they're gonna have to run up these stairs, go straight over here, and then run up these stairs, and then finally be able to suicide bomb you. So it's really hard to suicide bomb and do anything like that. You could have walls of turrets going along these walls and doing everything else like that. And then if you also come down here, there is so much storage. You can even have a couple of industrial forges inside of here, but you also have a second entrance from the backside, which you can also block with dinosaur gates. I usually kind of just block this off with vaults and stuff like that. You also have a huge ramp that you can throw a lot more of dinosaur gates on, and especially you could throw tons of dinosaur gates going up this thing as well if you really don't care about using the back entrance that much and you really just don't want people to come inside here. Also, I have like used this location a lot. It's very nice, and you can also like bring bronzes inside of here by just hatching them inside of here, and it's kind of cool keeping them on like this entranceway and stuff like that to kind of prevent people from running up this entranceway. Mostly up here is where I would keep most of my base stuff and stuff like that, all my base items, turret towers, and most of the stuff like that. The next side really is kind of hidden and stuff like that. Not that many people actually know about this side, so it's not like that many people would really care to go against this side. This is practically, if you kind of think about it, this is practically, alright, kind of unraidable if you're online while people are raiding you. If you are offline, obviously people are going to be able to raid you. All they're going to have to do is destroy the dinosaur gates, come through, blow up all this stuff, and then start tanking with turtles or Rexes or do anything like that. But if you are online and you have pterodons where you just pick people straight off of their Rexes, drop them, get the people killed, then kill the Rexes, I mean, you can really just do some damage and have really good defenses in here. I know that every time I've built in here, we've had some very good defenses coming out of here, and we've always like stood our ground and never have actually gotten wiped out of here. So this is one of my favorite spots to build, but still number 1 does like actually hold the number 1 spot because it is 10 times better than any other Direbear Cave. So let's go check it out. Alrighty, ladies and gents, this is the first one on the list. This latitude is about 29 and longitude 62. This is straight directly across from Lava Island, and most likely all of you guys know about this because this Direbear Cave was used by the almighty Nerd Parade, and you guys know this is a very prime location for many people. As soon as the server wipes, I know a ton of people usually come over here. It also has a second Direbear Cave like right across from it. It's like right inside of here. I feel like a Scorpion is definitely tagging us right now. Oh wow, it's getting messed up by something. I think the Direbears were attacking it. But yeah, you also have another Direbear Cave like right across from it, but it's nothing really anything special. Just has some metal containing inside of it. But right here is the prime spot. This is the prime spot because you literally cannot fit any dinosaurs in or out of here besides maybe Apache and a Pterodon adjuster player. So it's really hard to actually raid inside of here when you have a turret tower facing this, because anytime somebody comes in here, they're going to have to crouch, get shot by the turrets, and they're going to be screwed. And you can continuously make more and more turret towers going throughout here, dinosaur gate spamming and doing stuff like that, and then you just have tons of room to stay inside of here and get tons of turret towers, and then just kind of have your back or your base all the way at the back of this actual Direbear Cave, and you're pretty much set. I know that the servers that I've used this on, I did play on an Anunnaki server, use a spot, never got raided, nobody even came close to touching your base. The best that people can do is sort of just raid the outside, and that's pretty much it. Once these hard to try and get in the inside, they realize how hard it actually is to raid a base like this. It's practically impossible in one of the most unraidable locations in the entire game. It's so hard when you have a nice setup base like this. I would highly recommend going and checking out Nerdprint if you guys don't know who he actually is. He had an amazing base setup inside here. Somehow he actually got raided because of the reasoning that the turrets did not actually fire, which didn't actually really make sense to me, so I don't understand where he's coming from. But when I built in there, I've never been raided. It's also really good for defense because if you do breed some Pterodons or breed Rexes, Gigas, and anything like that inside here, you can really just kind of cover this one entranceway and just keep chopping down on Rexes, Gigas, and Brontos and stuff like that, smacking your tail, doing everything like that. Anyway guys, I'm going to show you guys around a little bit more for any of you guys who don't exactly know this location. I hope you guys did enjoy this video. Some of you guys are probably wondering what is the actual benefit. Look at this RG up here. He is flying super, he's just going all the way up. Okay then. But yeah, some of you guys are probably wondering, why would I ever want to build in a Direbear Cave? Because it does have 6 times damage. You are completely right when you say it does have 6 times damage. But the thing is though, is that it limits the amount of ways that you can actually get raided. From this Direbear Cave, you have one side. From the last Direbear Cave that I showed you, which was number 2, that Direbear Cave has 2 entrances, and the other ones have 1. Obviously, you can't store most of your land dinos in here or any of your Quetzals inside of here, but still, you can have all of your great loot inside of here, and it makes it really hard to stop you from building up and stuff like that. You're going to have to build a separate base sort of outside defending all of your dinos like Gigas, Quetzals, or anything else like that. So it is going to take like 2 kind of bases, but this one is very good to defend. And I know a lot of people say that the 6 times damage is really bad, but for caves like this, practically unraidable, you're never going to really get hit with explosives because nobody's going to really be able to get through that entrance without getting shot by turrets and stuff like that. Trust me, this is going to be one of the hardest base locations to raid in the entire game, and it's really good to build inside of here, especially if you're on a server that doesn't have 6 times damage. Then you're even set even more. But anyway guys, that's going to be it for this video. Please tell me in the comment section down below, do you guys think that any of the other Direbear Caves on the map might be better than the ones that I've showed you guys? Would you guys reorder this in some other way, and tell me how you guys would say put the first one as the 4th one, or the 4th one as the 2nd one, and blah 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 blah. You guys kind of get what I'm saying. Please leave me some feedback in the comment section down below. I'd love to know what your guys' thoughts are on how I listen to these. And if you guys are brand new to the channel, make sure you guys hit the subscribe button and hit that little bell button right next to the sub button to get notified every single time I upload a video or go live, which I do live stream every single day. Once again guys, thank you guys so much for watching the video. I hope you guys did enjoy, and I will talk to you guys later. Peace out guys, and have a great day.